Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. What I wanted to do was something a little bit different with this video. I wanted to document what it was like to compete in my first competitive fishing event. I found something totally unexpected that was just absolutely incredible. Grab a drink and check it out. Hope you enjoy.
This is a big fish.
This place is legitimately carp paradise. The event was held by the Canadian Carp Society. The best 4 fish by weight is what determined the winner. I really think joining an event like this helps motivate you and push you outside of your comfort zones to explore new swims, try new techniques. So Saturday, the first day of the event, I started off in a swim that I had spent a lot of time fishing in years past. I used to do pretty well there, but for whatever reason this year was a little bit different. It really hasn't been producing this year. I've been there twice already. The water levels seem way lower than normal. We did have a good stretch of warm days leading up to the event, so I figured, you know what, the fish would probably be holding in there. But when we got there, spent the entire day there and ended up blanking. Throughout the day though, I was keeping my eye on the leaderboards, and it was incredible to see how many people were putting fish on the mat. I'm looking at the numbers. Some guys were like excess of 100 pounds of fish yesterday. I think on the first day, 55 people registered fish. That's when reality hit and I thought, okay, I really have some work to do. So day 2 rolled around. This was the Sunday and the weather looked amazing. I've been referring to this spot as Chernobyl because word on the street is there was an industrial spill recently in the area. I'd actually fished this spot the weekend before and pulled out my personal best carp.
Just landed my PB carp, 29.1. Beautiful Lake Ontario fish.
So I was motivated to hit this spot and see if I can get my first fish on the leaderboard.
I was able to put my first fish on the board. Just a little guy at 10 pounds or 10.6 pounds. Pretty immaculate looking fish though.
So I was on the board. It was probably one of the smallest carp I've ever caught, but it really didn't matter because I had a fish on the mat. You know what? At this point, we'll take it. As I was getting things ready, I was resting one of my rods up against my wagon and I was getting it all set up, and one of my second rods just took off screaming.
This is a big fish. I was rigging up my other rod. Oh. That's a big fish. Hook just fell out. This has got to be 30. Okay. 28.50.
28.5 pounds. It was an absolute stunner. I thought for sure it was going to be over 30.
Man, I thought that was over 30.
It was just a thick, fat, angry fish.
Look at the back on it.
I felt a wave come over me thinking, what better time than to put a fish like that on the mat.
Let's get him back in.
It was just a wicked feeling of elation and just great timing. Not pre-baiting was definitely a rookie mistake. I'm going to be a lot more intentional with regards to the summer event and really do a little bit more pre-work going into it. But nonetheless, I couldn't have been happier to put a fish like this on the mat and on the leaderboard.
It's just in a revival sling right now underwater. All right, rods are set back up. I'm gonna give that fish a few more minutes and then we're gonna go let it go.
I also apologize for my terrible fashion sense. These are my fishing shoes, and the reason my socks are tucked into my pants, or my pants are tucked into my socks rather, is this is tick paradise. Almost every time I've been here, I've gotten ticks on me. Oh, fish just jumped right out there. So I'd rather look a little bit goofier and not come home with a tick in my leg. Flashback to last year.
I got a tick in me.
Okay, that's it. It is 2:30 and I'm gonna call it. It is a beautiful day. I'm gonna go home and barbecue and hang out with the kids. And I'm gonna pick this back up next weekend. We got two more, well, I have 2 more days of competing in this event. So wish me luck and I'll see you next weekend. Good morning and welcome back. It's Saturday, May 22nd and we are nearing the end of the event. Just after 9:30 and we're leaving spot number 2 and we're gonna try spot number 3. The second spot here, and as you can see the fish are spawning. So today was a bust. It's just after 1:30 and I blanked, but I did see hundreds of fish today. They were all spawning. It seemed unethical to try and fish for them. I'm gonna pack it up early, get some rest, and reassess. It's the final day of the event. I hadn't done as well as I'd hoping to do up until this point. Today's mission was super simple. Fill the 2 open spots I had. If I could do that, I'd be happy. Doesn't matter if the fish were gigantic or what. My goal was to just produce 4 fish for this competition so I could at least have all of my spots filled. Pop up right on the side of the mouth. Beautiful little fish. See you later, buddy. Look at all these bugs. Thousands of them. Whew. Jeez. All right, so it's just before 7 a.m. and got my first fish on the bank. Feels so good. I needed that fish. It was a long time coming. I was reeling in the fish, trying to weigh it, get the video. And my friend Andrew is fishing quite a ways to the right of me. And there was a guy who had clearly been up for several nights, bothering him, probably high. Wow, fish just surfaced right there. Anyways, looks like that guy appears to be gone. So he was just making us feel a little uncomfortable.
I'm not sure if you had a double, bro.
I feel like I did. What's that? That was intense. It's kind of sketchy.
Yeah, because 1 second it's too tight.
Yeah.
Each second it's too big.
All right, got my second fish of the day, which puts me at 4 at total for the competition, for the event. Beautiful 18.8 pound common. It's a gorgeous fish. On the exact same bait, the 12mm pineapple banana popper. Gorgeous fish. Was on that. I don't think he's 20. Doesn't feel 20. So after those first 2 fish, the bite had totally cooled off. We headed out to a new swim, which I fished a lot last year, and I brought my drone with me today. I figured I'd get some B-roll. So first thing I did was get the drone up in the air, and the first thing I noticed was a couple fish tied into shore. I thought, this is amazing. You know, the higher that drone got in the air, the more fish I started to see, and it was just incredible when I noticed this pod of fish just out from shore, soaking up the sun. This was definitely one of those inspirational moments that really helped me realize this is why I fish. This place is legitimately carp paradise. 2 fish today, 4 fish in total for the event. Didn't land as high on the list as I would have liked, but still had a blast nonetheless, competing in the SSF brought to you by the Canadian Carp Society. Looking forward to their summer event. Got some great footage. Fished what I'm calling carp paradise, except for the ticks. Other than that, if you enjoy any type of videos, including carp fishing, make sure you check out my other videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.